Before I get into the discussion with Andrew Perez, who is a Liberal, I want to remind you that we run on your donations. Guy there needs to get paid, and others need to get paid. And please donate and subscribe, because we have honest analysis. You may not agree with it all, but in these days of big government, I'm talking about government abuses. And Ibbitson, writes for the Globe and Mail, had a column the other day. He's a very, very thoughtful, long-standing Ottawa columnist, saying all these things that Trudeau put into place, Poilievre is going to undo. And he said, because most people think the country is not doing well. As a Liberal, do you agree with that?
Well, look, I certainly think a malaise has set in the aftermath of COVID. And I think there's a sense among the population that things aren't working. And
not because of COVID, though.
Well, we saw, coming out of COVID, interest rates spiked. Inflation hit record highs. Now, some of that's coming down now, but there's a sense that the government isn't delivering. It relates also to immigration policy. That's been a major concern.
The government's delivering the Ministry of Immigration said, we have made a decision to have Canada as an open society, an open country. Most Canadians say, no. So bad for the economy.
So those are reasonable debates that we can have, Stephen. And I think what irks me is when the Liberal honchos in Ottawa say it's all a communications challenge if people only knew the great things we were doing.
Very good point.
And certainly I agree. I do believe a lot of the policies have been good and have been effective, but a lot of them have. National child care. That's a policy that we've been discussing for 40 years.
Yes.
I support dental care. I'm not sure we can afford it at this time.
It's not working, though.
I'm not sure we can afford it at this time.
You know what? They're communicating that very, very well over its reality. Because the reality of dental care is that it's not working at all. So, the policies, it seems to me, that people don't like about this government, which means to me that Justin Trudeau is a failure as a prime minister.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, Stephen, but another thing we can say is sometimes it's too little too late. The housing crisis, the government only began to tackle it about a year and a half ago. Now, they are doing some good things through the Housing Accelerator Fund. They're forcing provincial governments, they're tying funding to policies around, NIMBYism. So that's all good, but a bit too late.
Not you, but the government, yes.
A bit too little too late. So I think that's part of the reason why the government is consistently 20 points behind for the past year. Now, there's a myriad of other reasons for that, and Justin Trudeau, as the leader of the party, as the figurehead of the party, is a part of that.
Well, yes, but it is his party. You will agree with me, the Liberal Party of Canada is just Justin's party. It's not what it used to be for the last century.
So that's accurate, and I know you'll agree with my thesis that the Liberal Party brand has become synonymous with the Justin Trudeau brand. And if you look back to 2013 when Trudeau first became leader, that was already, his strategists were already trying to merge his brand with the party brand. Prior to Trudeau, the Liberal Party, even during Pierre Trudeau, yes, he was a strong leader, but there was still an independent party there. And that's what we need to get back to.
That's going to need a defeat at the polls for that. Andrew, I don't want you to agree with that, though. Thank you very much. 3 minutes. This show provides independent analysis of the issues. We are not paid by the government. And as I am finding, so much business in Canada relies upon various governments that they don't want to sponsor or advertise on a show which may become controversial, which talks about liberty, freedoms, sometimes criticizes government. I've had guests on that support the government. But people are saying, you know what? We don't want to bite the hand that feeds us, i.e. government, which is why I hope you'll subscribe and contribute to keep this show on the air.